My friends, this is a great time to become a channel member. Every week now I'm posting uncensored videos exclusively for my channel members, along with custom emojis and live streams for members at the Arch-Villain level where you get to talk to me directly. Please consider supporting this channel by clicking the link in the video description and joining us in our fight to save pop culture. And also, check out our Patreon and Subscribe-Star pages for exclusive content you won't find anywhere else, including Harvey Cthulhu's insane podcasts, photos of my vast toy collection, and members at the Legionnaire level receive a signed photo, membership card, and certificate signed by me. You'll find the Patreon link in the video description as well. Thanks for watching, my friends, and now on to the video. Greetings, my friends. I am Dictor Van Doomcock, the future ruler of Earth, broadcasting from my hidden base at the center of the Earth, and my Hollywood agents have been working overtime as a flood of information is pouring in about a number of topics, most notably Avengers Doomsday and Fantastic Four First Steps. I have some new rumors about what the reshoots are about on Fantastic Four, the broad strokes of what they're trying to fix with these frantic last-minute reshoots, but before I get to that, there's a fundamental problem with Fantastic Four and, presumably, Avengers Doomsday that I'd like to address because I think this lead is getting buried far too often in the coverage. So, here's the thing about these movies, folks. The central problem with the whole concept, basically, all of what you're going to see coming up is essentially bullshit. This is all multiverse crap. Multiverses colliding, multiverses presenting us with a lot of what-if stuff that ultimately doesn't mean a damn thing. And by what if, I'm referring to the Marvel comic book series back in the day that would publish alternate reality stories like, what if Spider-Man's Uncle Ben wasn't murdered? Or what if Wolverine was a housewife in Poughkeepsie? Or what if Galactus spared the Earth and just ate the moon as a light snack? You know, stuff like that. Amusing little stories that never impacted continuity at all and could fill 21 pages of content before moving on. But that's no way to run a cinematic universe, is it? The MCU multiverse poses the question, what if the What If comics completely took over the Marvel Cinematic Universe? That seems to be the main situation moving forward, and while having a multiverse where a version of Tony Stark from another universe turned out to be Dr. Doom is a fun, albeit expensive, way to shoehorn Robert Downey Jr. back onto the screen, the problem with it is it doesn't mean a damn thing. It's empty spectacle because shit, it lowers the stakes completely because stakes require continuity and canon, and the multiverse is the complete nullification of all of that. Who cares what happens to these characters if there's another handy adjacent universe where they're perfectly healthy and can be brought back anytime they're needed? No death is permanent, no injury is permanent, shit. No gender or race is permanent. It's a hack writer's paradise where literally any bad situation can be fixed instantly with some element of the multiverse. You bring back Chris Evans as Captain America and as Captain Hydra, a Hydra agent, kill both of them off and then bring them back later? Tony Stark is Dr. Doom. Or is he? Is it even Tony Stark at all? Could be a Skrull, right? The Skrulls are their own problem because any of the characters in Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars can be Skrulls or multiverse versions of themselves or multiverse versions of themselves as Skrulls, or they could be disguised androids built by this Robert Downey Jr. Dr. Doom. And this is ultimately the problem with Fantastic Four First Steps. They've even admitted it, folks. This is not, for want of a better phrase, our Fantastic Four. This is an alternate universe version of the Fantastic Four, which means there's all sorts of Fantastic Fours out there, probably one in our universe too, and this is not the Fantastic Four we know and love from the comics. The Fantastic Four that keeps getting screwed with terrible movie after terrible movie. And so right off the bat, with this concept, why should we give a shit about any of this?
Well, whether we should or shouldn't give a shit, I don't. I haven't given a shit since I saw the trailer and realized the entire cast is miscast, There's zero chemistry. It's shot through a powder blue filter where every schmucking thing is powder blue. Ben Grimm is played by Bob Ross. Johnny is a sensitive modern man. Pedro Pascal is an empty mustache. And Sue is the real leader of the group, the bestest ever. And there's a female Silver Surfer, who I'm guessing is the bestest ever. Yeah, I don't think so, man. This thing is feeling more and more like the cinematic equivalent of a dose of NyQuil, administered rectally. All too true, Harvey Cthulhu. But come, Doomcock, tell us what they're trying to fix with these frantic last-minute reshoots.
Very well, O Skull of Calderon. At this point, I must state that what I'm about to share with you is information provided to me by my Hollywood agents, but since I cannot personally confirm any of this, I'm presenting it as unverified rumor, and I ask you to please take it with a grain of salt. So on May 9th, I was contacted by my Hollywood agents, and this is what they initially told me, quote, "A source with knowledge of the Doomsday shoot gave us something interesting last night. According to this source, Disney has ordered emergency reshoots to Fan 4. They're not sure how much or what they want done. Source claims this has been going on for a few weeks. The source knows this because there's a number of crew members that have been delayed in order to assist in the reshoots. We will stay on this," unquote. So apparently these Fantastic Four last-minute reshoots are emergency all-hands-on-deck affairs, even pulling resources from Avengers Doomsday to meet this emergency. So what is being reshot? What exactly is the problem? One of the things being reshot, from what I've been told, is Julia Garner as the Silver Surfer. Evidently, they're trying to do a better job making her palatable to a skeptical audience, given how fans reacted very badly to a female Silver Surfer after she was revealed in the trailer. These reshoots are showing her in her human form, and they're apparently a flashback to her before Galactus transformed her into his herald, presumably to make her a more sympathetic character to the audience. I don't know how well that's going to work, but that's the theory behind these reshoots anyway. That said, the reshoots are much more extensive than that. Apparently, they are reshooting the entire ending. Here's what sources told my agents on May 18th, quote, "This could be big news according to multiple sources. Now the last 20 minutes of Fan 4 is being completely reshot, allegedly. What had such a big backlash was the plan was to kill Galactus with a Doomsday device that was to be given to him from Silver Surfer, completely clearing her of any wrongdoing. We completely believe this because it's definitely Disney MO, unquote."
So what are they talking about? The ultimate nullifier? That's how they deterred Galactus in Fantastic Four, I think it was number 50. The Torch, guided by the Watcher, finds the ultimate nullifier and brings it to Reed, who uses his genius to figure out how to use it against Galactus. He threatens Galactus with it, and Galactus says, "Holy shit, the ultimate nullifier," and he retreats. So the issue was, audiences didn't like the Silver Surfer giving it to Reed? Or does Reed have anything to do with it at all? Does the Silver Surfer bypass Reed and just scare Galactus with it herself?
The sources weren't clear on that point, Harvey, but the gist of the reshoots are that they're trying to make the female Silver Surfer more audience-friendly, and we're basically turning her into a hero as opposed to a villain, which is their standard operating procedure. Plus, there's one more thing they're allegedly changing with this 20-minute reshot ending. From what I hear, folks, one of the worst things about the ending was Galactus, or the lack thereof. Allegedly from a source who saw a test screening, they pulled a Red Hulk with Galactus. He's hardly in the movie. You see a few shots of him, but yeah, hang on to those few shots, keep them close, because there's not a whole lot more of him to see. So basically, the ending was a bust, and that's what they're trying to fix. Possibly adding more Galactus, fixing the Silver Surfer's role in the finale, but honestly, folks, unless they're going to reshoot the whole thing from scratch, with a better cast and without Pedro Pascal and his omnipresent mustache, I feel like this is another DOA movie. And regardless of my feelings, Fantastic Four's first steps are going to be tripped up by Superman this summer. Even with all my concerns vis-a-vis the trailers, Superman still looks better than Pedro Pascal as Mr. Less Than Fantastic. So, once again, the MCU seems to be fumbling the ball. They're trying to fix it, but will they have enough time? I guess we'll find out soon enough. From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay angry.
Ha 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 ha.